Hey, it's Todd Ault. It is the 23rd of June, is the 100th episode of Risk On. Can you believe that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. What do you got, those applause there? It's right there, right there.
Yeah.
This one right here. Right?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Nope.
Not working. Not
What?
working.
It
Not
was
working.
working. Hey, there it is. Yes, coming through.
Josh, our
100.
producer, is in the house. He came in for the 100th episode. Normally he's online.
Celebration.
What's up, Josh?
Celebration. I'm having fun.
Marshall's back in New York with a big cigar. What's going on, Marshall?
He's celebrating.
Hey.
Look at that spread.
Skyla.
I know. I'm getting hungry.
She's here in her Everglow there.
Yeah.
Jason, we
My
had
man.
we had some Pizza Rock last night.
When did we start this thing, Josh? In February?
Yep.
100th
ago.
episode. And you know it's going to change, right? You know that the first 100 won't be anything like the next 100.
No.
That's right.
Hey, why don't you go get my man, Bradley?
Bradley?
Yep.
All right, I'll
Yo,
be back.
So we're going to have a ton of guests on the show today. Let's first get Jason to hit the markets quick because we got a ton of people we're going to talk to today about Risk On.
Let's rip through those.
Yeah, let's go through that real quickly.
All right, the Dow was down 71 to 33,874. NASDAQ up 18, 14,271. The S&P was down 4, 42.41. Bitcoin 32,905. And it's been interesting in the Bitcoin and Ethereum ride for sure. Ethereum 1916. Oil up again. A lot of the big banks, institutions thinking oil could go to 100. We're going to talk about that. 73.25 today. Gold 17.75. Silver 25.89. Copper up 9 cents. $4.32. That's what we got going on.
Hey, I want to not have the show have a negative tone to it, but I do want to draw your attention to my screen. This is some sad news, and those of you who are young we really wouldn't know who John McAfee was. If you're kind of a crypto person, you would. John McAfee is dead in a Spanish prison after the court says he could be extradited to the U.S. for tax crimes. Could we bring that back up again one more time? I don't know if people know the gravity of this guy and what he did in the tech industry. If you see McAfee all over the place, it was originally sold to Intel. I think they were public for a while. Mm-hmm. Jason, what's your thoughts on John McAfee being dead?
Well,
He was 76 years old. He clearly hung himself. That's what I'm hearing, right?
it looks to be that way. I mean, it's sad because, well, he was bouncing around. I guess he was in Costa Rica for a while.
He had some drama.
Yeah, he had some
You're
drama.
right there. Isn't he going to sit there?
We got
But I
the
mean-
spread.
He had some drama.
His June 16th tweet, Nick, I don't know
Or
if
do
you
you want him to be where Josh is? What do you think should happen there? Would that be better for you?
Yeah, so
Do you think, let's get through this. Should Bradley
As long
there
as
or
I'm here,
there?
dude, things have improved.
He's
Okay.
good.
You okay there?
Yeah.
I'm right here, man. What's cracking?
You comfortable over there?
Dude, I'm as comfortable as I can get.
nice.
He looks like he's in a little corner.
I am.
Nobody puts Brad Lee in the corner.
Unless it's Brad Lee.
Brad
That's
Lee.
right. That's right. What's happening, folks? I
Hey,
like the
those
setup.
of you, I have a special guest in, and we just talked about John McAfee. We'll get back to that later. But sad to hear that John McAfee died today.
John McAfee, the security dude?
Yep.
What happened to
He
him?
hung himself. The Spanish court agreed to extradite him, and he hung himself.
Yee.
And that is, in his later years, he had some issues in beliefs. He's done some crazy things, but he was a kind of a tech revolutionary guy.
Sure he was.
And
That's a tragedy.
Yeah.
yeah, it is sad.
It is.
But guys, I want to talk about why I have Brad Lee here. Those of you who don't know Brad Lee shouldn't be watching the show. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Dude, Brad Lee's trying to figure out why you have him here.
Well, I can tell you why, and that is I met Brad Lee a few years ago, and I think I've talked about this on the show, and I want to say we are in Brad Lee's building. This is Brad Lee's building. We lease from Brad Lee, our corporate headquarters, and we moved here to Nevada, and I made a decision that once I met Brad Lee and got to know his persona, the way he handled himself. I watched a lot of his information over a lot of years.
Yeah.
I decided to literally told my staff in November I'm relocating the headquarters of All Global Holdings to Nevada. and we're going to go in the same building as Bradley, and we're going to do business with Lightspeed. And I think Brad didn't know this. I called him up on the phone and said, hey, man, I'm moving in January. Can I come join you? And Brad was gracious enough to say, yeah, let me figure out how to make this happen. And so that is my introduction to Bradley. Why don't you tell everyone, Brad, what Lightspeed does, what you do, and then we'll give them, we're going to put up your URL and all that stuff. But I thought maybe you could tell everybody why you think I navigated here.
Well, I attract characters, and you're a character.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a character, right? And I think characters attract other characters.
Sure.
And you have to have character to be a character.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I think you just did, dude. People know me or they don't. If they don't, I'm just a guy that started a software 20 years ago before anyone was doing it, and then kind of led the way in developing an industry called online learning and info space, you know, course selling.
You told me, and people are probably wondering, well, why do we have Brad Lee on then? I mean, Todd, you just moved your building there.
Isn't this called Risk On?
Yeah, the show's Risk On, and Brad Lee took risk. And I learned about some of his risk, and I want everyone in watching the show right now to understand what risk is like. So, Brad, when you signed this lease here, can I say it?
Well, why wouldn't you?
When you signed this lease here, Brad, how much money did you have in the bank to sign a lease for
I
such a
had
big
$9,000 in the bank, and the check I signed was like 27 something. It was a deposit, and I said, "You're gonna have to hold that a minute. I got to sell something." But I knew I had to be in this office. I knew I had to freaking get this deal. And again, it didn't start with the whole floor. It didn't start with, you know, it kind of built up over time. But if I'm here because of the subject matter, which is risk on, I'm the expert at risk.
You are a king of risk. You
Yeah,
take
but
a lot
let me
of
give
risk.
people a different perspective a little bit, because a lot of people, you know, they avoid risk, and risk is where the opportunity is. Bet big, win big. Now, some people go, bet big, lose big. Well, you're a pessimist. Okay, I'm a winner. I win. Use your brain. Do your research. Yeah, you're going to lose some. So what? Yeah, you're going to fail. So what? Jordan failed at basketball 10 times more than I have. Fucking Fleury. Oh, is this a clean
okay.
show?
Continue.
Oh, Fleury failed at hockey the other night more than I've ever failed at hockey, because I've never played hockey. So you can't be afraid of failure. You can't be afraid of risk. You have to look for risk. You just have to calculate it. Get good at calculate.
What was the first time, Brad, that you
That's
got...
what you're good at, calculating risk.
Well, that's one of the reasons I have Jason, too.
See, I'm a gunslinger, dude.
Marshall
I'll kick
knows-
the door
Marshall
in. I'll
knows
buy
risk.
shit I can't afford to drive me.
Marshall knows risk in real estate, and my man here knows risk in finance.
Well, you guys might be a little bit too risk averse. I'm like a
I find that hard to
gunslinger.
believe.
We probably want to hang out.
Dude,
a little bit.
listen, for some reason, I think something's broke in my head, but I don't see risk as risk. It's weird. I see it as like an opportunity.
Sure.
Like when people come to me, I don't say, well, what's the risk? I say, what's the opportunity?
Sure.
And if the opportunity isn't good, I don't even look at it.
But
But
I
if the
wanna-
opportunity is good, I don't sit there and go, well, what's the risk? Now, I quickly calculate what are the consequences if it doesn't work out. And if the consequences are I stay the same, right? Like, what's worse than that? Most people are so worried about what if they fail. What if they fucking stay the same? Like, you need to look at risk differently is all I'm saying.
I got you. Well, I wanted to talk about...
I'm just hitting it hard,
you started
Todd,
learning-
because this is the 100th episode.
You started the learning...
love it.
You started the learning...
Hey, and I'm blowing out their eardrums. They're all messing with the levels. Boy, you got all this professional shit going on here. I don't do this, dude. I just hit record and that's it.
No, we do have a professional
Can
studio.
I start doing my podcast in here?
I wanted to talk about when you first got started, though, 20 years ago. Some of the biggest names around.
I got started, just for correction, 52 years ago.
I know, but I want to get to the point about your business, right?
All right.
Some of the biggest names around: Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Damon the Shark. I think I saw Monet. A bunch of other these platforms. Some of the most up and coming brands use your platform.
That's right.
You've created a multi-million-dollar business, really not with a lot of outside. It looks like very little investment capital. What was the first, like, sort of the biggest breakthrough you had? Like you had to work towards something where you said, okay, this is going to make it happen. What was that biggest one? Was it someone like Grant, or what was it?
Well, Grant was definitely a break, but it was a break for him. You know what I'm saying? Like when Grant met me, dude, his whole life changed. He went from a one-man band training car salesman to fucking $5 million a month with a multi-million-dollar training business. Which, by the way, he parlayed wonderfully into a real estate empire and eventually a fucking crowdfunding hedge fund.
Sure.
So I had nothing to do with that, which is the big shit he did. But the little shit he did, which allowed him to afford a lot of that shit, was me and him building up that training business. So there was a lot of risk for me. There was risk for my customers. Like, what was your question?
My question was, what was the first major, like the biggest breakthrough for you?
Yeah,
that was like, you think put you on the map. Like, okay, now I think I'm here.
Yeah, well, that happened a lot. Like when I signed Tony Robbins, dude, I thought, man, I closed Tony Robbins. Everyone is going to use this. And no one gave a shit. So it was like, you know, I had a lot of celebrations assuming that was the day. So when you ask me that, I just think of all those times I celebrated. And nothing really, there was nothing to celebrate.
There
like,
wasn't
I was
one,
just too
it
naive.
wasn't one event. Because to me,
Wasn't one
what's
event,
happened
dude.
in sort of my risk on life is that, you know, I had that IPO last week of Alzamend, and within a few hours, I was kind of depressed a little bit. I felt a little depressed. I thought, well,
Take
that was
the medicine.
big. That was
oh,
big.
no, it's for Alzheimer's.
No, that was big, and I felt good about it. And then I thought to myself, okay, what's next? And I think that one of the common traits is that you probably celebrated Tony Robbins, and then you thought everyone's coming, and then you realize, okay, next, right? I mean, is that for you? You close them and go on to the next thing?
Well, yes, but you know, only because I'm on a path, I'm on a journey. People say, "What keeps you going?" It's like I'm not where I want to be yet, so that keeps me going. You get up in the middle of the night to go take a leak. You don't stop in the kitchen and take a piss, do you?
What if
No.
you got to go real bad though?
No, you don't, dude. You head to the bathroom and you
sink-
don't stop till you get there. And if I'm sitting out on the couch going, "Hey, dude, why are you heading all the way to the toilet?
The sink's
what
never
keeps
been in
you
play, I
going?
guess.
What keeps you going, dude? You got a place you need to go. So
Sure.
I need to be $1 billion company.
Right.
As soon as I don't need to get the whole billion. I got a partner, but I need to sell it for $1 billion so I can say a high school dropout built $1 billion company. So if he can do it, who can't? Especially when you're all these, you know, Harvard graduates and all, especially in this business, all these Wall Street brains. And what's funny is I say to people, you know, they're like, "You don't have a degree?" I say, "No, I have about 12 degrees. They work for me. And why do you need one if you can hire one? Just get the people that know what they're doing. Surround yourself with the experts that went to college and did all the shit I didn't have to do because I was out taking risk head on." Anyway,
You taking any new risk right now? What do you got? What do you got plans for the next 20 years of Lightspeed?
big plans.
Big plans.
Yep, you got to stick around. You got to watch.
You have an educational.
Tune in to The Real Brad Lee. I got a YouTube channel. I got books coming out. I got all kinds of shit about ready to launch.
I did a little bit of a promo piece. I don't know if you saw it. I said Brad Lee's the next Grant Cardone. Do you remember that?
Dude, Grant Cardone's stole the Brad Lee before I had a chance to get there. Like, people always say, "Dude, you act like Grant." I swear to you, when I met Grant, dude, he didn't talk like he talks and do what he does.
Get your money right.
He didn't do all that, dude. He was actually very almost introverted, believe it or not. He was very businesslike. Like, he wore suits because you had to in the car business.
Right.
He wore suits, and when I talked to him, he'd be like, "Yep, yep," very, very like businesslike. He wasn't freaking flashing money. He was afraid to spend any.
So you have a Dropping Bombs podcast, which I like a lot. What was your favorite guest? Like, what's the very favorite guest you ever had?
They've all been my
Come on,
favorites.
man. Come on. Give us somebody.
You know, there's been a lot of good ones where I didn't even think they were good. Like, one time I put Johnny, the guy that walks around here and fixes shit, that can't seem to, like, make shit work. I put him on there, dude, and that was one of the best episodes. Because, like, dude, it was like sometimes you got to figure out, you know, what are people doing to win, and you emulate what they're doing, and more than likely you'll win like they did if you emulate what they're doing, right? Like action causes like result. Well, sometimes it makes sense to figure out what someone did that you don't want to do. Like, let me see what I don't want to do. What'd you do to end up there?
Hey, anybody got any questions for Bradley? Josh?
See,
Marshall?
this is Todd's way
Anybody?
of saying he's done. He's done listening to the wisdom of BL.
Not
No,
really.
no, we're not
Back
done.
to the program,
We're not
fellas.
done. We're not done at
God,
all.
I got a
Super chat.
podcast episode with Chris Voss, the FBI negotiator. I'm going to go see if we can negotiate.
No, I'm just
that's good.
I'm just trying to give you the due that you. I know you have a podcast. We have a cutoff in about
All right.
6-7
Well,
minutes.
I'll get to talking, and pretty soon
Hey,
it'll be 3
Brad.
hours later. Is
Brad.
that Marshall Wilkinson I see in a monitor?
Yeah, he's on
over
there. He's on there.
What's up, Marshall?
What's up, buddy? How we doing?
You out there in Trump Tower?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the doorman today? Did he say hello, Mr. Wilkinson?
You know it.
See, dude, you got to step up. You got to take risk. Was it a risk getting in Trump Tower back when you did, or was it already popular?
Trump Tower was popping, but the risk was financial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, let's get Trump on here. Can we get Trump on here, dude? That guy's freaking magical when it comes to risk.
Paul Fabry
Is this
says,
a political show, Todd?
What is Brad's best tip for closing a sale?
Ooh, best tip for closing a sale is to well, again, it's a hard one because when it comes to closing a sale, there's a sequence of things that need to happen. The first thing you need to do is, like, obviously establish a connection with the individual and make sure that you can build a little bit of trust, because trust and empathy and a sense of humor is really all you need to freaking crush it in sales. But when you say close a deal, most people's mistake is they're closing on an objection that isn't real because they didn't have the wherewithal to make sure that it's valid. And you do that by simply, when you hear the objection, you want to solve it somehow with a hypothetical solution. And the fact that it's hypothetical means that you have all the power in the world, right? Like, their dog died. Well, what if your dog came back to life? See, that's hypothetical. So because you can be hypothetical, you can solve any situation. So give me an objection. Give me an objection.
You know what, Brad? This Lexus really rides nice, but I just really don't like the color.
Yeah, so hypothetically, if that was the perfect color, would you take it home?
Well, other than color, Brad, I believe I would.
So if that were hypothetically that color, you'd take it home right now?
I think we could do business, yeah.
Okay, good. Now, again, if someone keeps confirming yes, that's the real objection. But if they said no, or another reason comes out, it's because that wasn't the real objection. So the biggest tip on closing an objection is to find which one is real, because the first one usually isn't. You have to find the real objection to close it. That's my best tip. My best tip would be freaking, follow Marshall Wilkinson and freaking risk on and keep listening. We'll deliver some bombs to you.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor.
How's that tip?
Brad?
What else? One more question.
I want you to do your best to get Dan Crenshaw back on.
What do you mean? You want him on?
Yeah, get him back on the show. In person, though.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
Brad, we only got a few more minutes with you. I know you got to do
it?
your show, but let me ask a question. So what is your, what is the thing that you think was the riskiest thing you ever did but paid off? Like, the riskiest thing? Is it? I know you got a few kids, you're married.
Riskiest thing I think I've ever, again, I don't see it as risk. But based on what you're saying, the ballsiest thing I've done was, I don't really do ballsy things. Like, I'm pretty calculated, but starting Lightspeed, I'd say, everybody said it wouldn't work for about 8 years. It didn't. For 8 years, dude, I was pulling a dead horse. I was living off what I killed. I had to park my car four blocks away so the repo dudes wouldn't find it at my house.
Happens.
Yeah. So like, listen, at the end of the day, that's risky if you ask me. And I just believed that, dude, this is just the better way to do it.
It wasn't that you took a lot of risk; it's that you believed in it. So it wasn't risk to you.
That's why it wasn't really risky. It took a long ass time. But the day I started, I knew this would happen. So again, is that risky? Not really. It would be stupid if I didn't take the risk. That's my point. Like, sometimes not taking the risk is a bigger fucking risk.
Hey, with that,
is there a bomb on that deal?
There is.
All right, folks. Hey, Marshall, I'm out. Todd, thanks for having me. Folks, fans, hey, if you guys want more Brad Lee, dude, just keep saying it in the comment box every time you watch the show. Like, where's Brad, dude? I'm across the fucking hall. Come get me, dude. Ask questions. I solve problems for people for a living.
Brad Lee,
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
My podcasting here, dude. This brings way better.
Later.
Oh,
That was awesome.
Hey, that was Brad Lee, and one of the many reasons I moved to Las Vegas to join Brad Lee was who he is. I love Brad Lee. He's a self-made man. You should check him out, The Real Brad Lee. He's on YouTube. He's on Instagram. I love his content. I want to go to Gary if we can. Yeah. So we're going to
Yahtzee
Oh,
bring
King,
on...
$10.
What?
Super chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
King.
Yahtzee King, Steve Smith,
In-N-Out Trader,
by
get
the
your
way,
money.
so we're going to give away a little cash today. We're going to do it a little differently. We're going to Venmo you the cash because I know we got that deal with Bombshell where we're still like figuring out how to corporate pay 'em.
Jeff,
So
we
I'll
got you.
expense it. I'll just pay you directly.
Let's get
We're giving out cash.
Little cash.
We're giving
Gary,
out
don't knock
cash.
over any cameras now. Careful in there. Careful.
Hey, Marshall.
All right, guys. Hey, look at that. Full studio. Marshall's online. Got Bradley, everybody. Nice. Who's Red Pill?
Me.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You put that up there?
Yes, me.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
I never knew that. I don't even see you doing that.
Yeah, man. I'm an
Look
action
at you.
man.
You're an action man.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, we got Gary Gottlieb in the house. Gary, say hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to Risk
Gary, how long have you worked for me?
On. Since August 1st of 2008.
August 1st of 2008.
Seems
So
like forever.
this is the 100th episode of Risk On. It's probably hard to believe this, but Gary, I wonder. You got to be careful here because you want to stay above board here. But you have been with me through a ton of stuff. You're one of the longest employees here,
Yeah.
and you were there when we got that second license for AL001 from Alzamend. You worked with the
yes.
university. You were there in the days where after 2008, 2009, there wasn't a lot of money in the bank. And you talk. Bradley said he pulled things forward for 8 years before Lightspeed really worked. Obviously, 2008, 2009 was a moment where I had too much risk on. Didn't think about that risk the way it was. Learned a valuable lesson. The reason I bring this up is there's a lot of people in the audience probably that have done things, have built their businesses, or made big mistakes in their businesses, and they had to either choose to give up or make that a learning experience. I wondered, what is your thoughts about the way things have turned out in the last, call it 13 years?
It's exceeded our greatest hopes, and yet there were times we thought we'd never get here. It's truly, actually, it's a miracle. It's a dead-on miracle what we've been able to actualize, to achieve, and yet I think some of our now at this point in time with what we've achieved, I think our dreams and aspirations are much greater.
I was going to say, I think we're only in the first, like, literally. Marshall, how would you describe something if you said, I mean, it couldn't quite be the first inning because we've been at it for so long. But, I mean, really, 2008, 2004, it's 18 years of a little bit of a roller coaster when I really kind of went out on my own completely. I'm trying to think to myself.
You're in the top of the fourth.
You think it's the fourth inning?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
I think
Marshall,
it's
you've
a-
been around a little bit. What inning do you think it is?
You know, I feel like it's always a new game. You know, so the last games that we've played, we've learned from. We won or we lost, and every time I get a shot, it's a new game. It's not the same game. But if we were going to say it's the same game, then I'd say it's still early rounds.
So, Gary, you were there when we got 2 licenses from the University of South Florida. What do you think the curve was? Like, where do you think the risk-on moment was? Because we had to raise the capital. We had to convince people. We had to convince the University of South Florida we could finance the business. They gave us a license for their 2 drugs.
I think.
Hold on. Right now, you got like a 900, call it close to $1 billion market cap. It opened the first trade, I think, was like 2.9 billion. I thought it was a little, hey, what's the market going to do, right? But we're kind of in the first inning there with these drugs on the verge of going into patients and things like that. I'm curious as to what you thought if you could say it, the riskiest moments we ever had were. And you be careful here, because there's some things I think that should not be the riskiest moments. They may be. Don't confuse the stupidest moments, because there's plenty of them. But what was the riskiest moments, or what do you think was risk on? Because obviously, some people say I never give up. I think that probably would be the case. What's the riskiest moments?
Well, I think first off, the least riskiest moment was when you initially called Dr. Chow and picked up the phone because you were starting from a zero basis. And the worst thing he could say is, no, not interested, no chance, or nothing's available here, no opportunity. But since then, risk. We signed an agreement with USF for the first therapeutic, and there was risk because there were milestones we had to achieve, and we had to get there. More risk was piled on when we signed for AL002 for the second therapeutic because of circumstances I can't discuss, and the fact that we had now two sets of milestones to try and achieve.
I mean, the risk here, the moment is, right, we want to help solve the Alzheimer's problem. By the way, my father went into a home yesterday officially. So he is now out of the house and in an Alzheimer's facility, and this drugs won't make it for him. But I want to point out to everybody that you can say whatever you want, positive or negative, but we're trying to create a vaccine for Alzheimer's and or a treatment for Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. The goal was pretty big, right? I mean, it's a big goal, right?
It's probably in life sciences, it's
the Holy Grail.
It's not only the Holy Grail, but probably the biggest challenge short of some orphan drugs, orphan diseases that may be out there, because oncology has certainly had its successes over the last 20, 30 years, where Alzheimer's has not.
But you say right now you're blown away with where we are, but we're in the beginning. But are you saying because it went public, or because we raised capital, or because Alt Global's raised capital? What is it that you're
all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above. I mean, I remember that there were days where you and I looked at each other and was like, how are we going to feed our families? How are we going to feed ourselves and take care of the employees? People don't understand how far we've come from that demise that occurred back in 2008, and how far you were over-leveraged, as was a whole lot of folks in the world, and how devastating that was, and to rise up from that and keep on trying again and again and again in different things that just wasn't hitting. And for us to be here now, it's a long road, but at the same time, we have so much farther to go on so many different levels in so many of our companies, between Alzheimer's, Avalanche International, MTIX, and so many other opportunities.
Sure.
Courses.
I don't think people realize the portfolio of companies that we've developed. We've been planting seeds for a long time. Gary, I appreciate you joining us. Josh, I was curious as to when we're going to play that video of the...
We're all queued up,
Can we do that real quick?
That'd be great.
Can we go and play the video of we asked people who watch the show.
We were actually going to do the 100th show celebration, and then the viewers that submitted a bunch of videos, if that's okay. Or
okay, sure.
Because
we want to play that video first?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to a video right now. Gary, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
It was fun for me to talk to you about. It's funny, I saw Gary. He's like, what was the riskiest moment? He didn't know what to say. He's like, I know a lot of risk. Well, I can think of 3,000 things that were risky, because Gary was there from the beginning. Let's play that video. Hey, it's Todd Ault, and welcome to Risk On. Risk On.
Risk On.
Risk On. Risk On.
Risk On.
Risk On. This is Risk On. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's Risk On. What may be the greatest show ever about risk? I want you to watch the damn show. Here we go.
The greatest show about risk. Risk On.
What I like about Risk On, you get support and help.
Risk On is by far the best show that I've ever seen.
Very impressed with the show.
I'm a big fan of the Risk On show.
Yo, what up, Risk On? Happy 100.
Happy 100.
Congratulations on reaching 100 episodes. Really enjoy the show.
I started the show to create Risk On to talk about the risk I've been taking for the last 32 years and how I've built what I've built and lost what I've lost. I've had winners, I've had losers, but one thing for sure is that I never give up. And this is a show about risk and how you take it. Market's kind of a bloodbath. Yeah. Today was crazy.
Yeah.
Today was a crazy day. The Dow's rallying today.
It was a bloodbath in crypto.
Today is the strangest day. But hey, are we telling everybody?
What are we doing?
On Monday.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to wait? Nah, let's go ahead. This is
We're
about
going to do the show live Monday.
We'll do it live.
Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's March 8th. We are live for the first time. The show's improved now because Skylar's in the house.
Yes.
Aaron Schock has joined us in studio. Bradley's in the house. Darren's in the house. Wow, modern technology. He's in the back. This is great. Armada.
We got double armadas.
What's up with the comments? There's a naked army here.
I see it.
You guys are killing me.
Jeez.
It's the 56th episode of Risk On, and we're in our new studio. There's a big screen behind. Look at their full screen. You can see everything there. That's kind of cool.
That's nice.
You got Marshall's on there. You guys got to follow this guy. I'm telling you, go to his Instagram. I'm not going to give up on this one.
Dude, let's have him on the show.
I want Marshall on the show. Right. He is great.
All right. Welcome aboard his full-time gig. Let's go.
Wow,
let's
I can't believe you just said that.
More value.
We got a new thing called Risk On Rewind. And it covers every time we talk about a stock.
GameStop.
Sparky.
Mosey. Papa Gorilla's restaurant. We got to get some food.
Well, I know we got to do that. He knows we're big on food here, right? Hey, can you hand me a piece of that chicken? I think that crypto rallies. No, I do think that Bitcoin goes higher, a lot higher. But I think there's going to be a little bit of a breather. Once the Coinbase thing happens, is there any real news after that in crypto for a while?
All of the crypto tickers took a bloodbath today.
Crypto is kind of pulling down the market.
Yeah.
If anyone thought there's a reason why I shouldn't be doing this show, I think there's a reason why we should be doing this show. I think we add value. We don't charge for it. I bring guests on that I hope would help out. We have to point out occasionally that we provide entertainment with actual information.
This is the best show on the internet.
There
wow.
It is.
Hey, that was really
Oh,
good.
yeah. This is awesome.
This is great. This is
we
great.
Have another viewer, yeah.
Are you going to play that?
Was that one's next?
Oh, that's next.
We'll hold on.
Hey, we'll have some other videos up shortly. Marshall, what's going on in New York?
Hey, New York is great. New York it feels like it's back to life. I got to say, everything's open. The masks are off to a large extent, and it feels great being here, to be honest with you.
Hey, have you had a chance to think about what's going on with crypto at all? I want to just cover that a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Sure I have.
What are your? I got there's a couple questions about crypto. I saw. I didn't know if I told you. What's her name? The guy she runs ARK. Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy Wood.
She's been trading the Bitcoin Trust Grayscale.
Yeah,
she's a buyer of Grayscale.
I know.
And I was curious, Marshall, what do you think of the current environment for crypto now? And do you have any comment about our man John McAfee, a big crypto lover, being not in this world anymore, my friend?
Yeah, I know. Well, about McAfee, it's very sad. I heard about it late. He had a lot of troubles. He's lived a wild life. He's done some great stuff. I'd like to get more information on this, but yeah, it's definitely sad. I don't know why he would do something like that, but I don't know if there's a conspiracy or what. But McAfee's done a lot. I watched a documentary on him. He's definitely an inspiring guy. He's a wild guy, and he loved crypto. As far as crypto is concerned, it bounced off of 29. We're talking about Bitcoin specifically. It bounced off 29. It's still in its band. So, and the macro hasn't changed for me, guys. So I'm still bullish on it. Even and like I've said previously, expect more attacks on it, expect more pressure, and watch it continue to bounce back. It's going to get bid up at these levels all the time. So that's my thought.
Got it. So in studio is Chase Ault.
How we doing?
Nice. What's going on, my friend?
Where's the claps?
Nothing
There we
much.
So Chase Ault is my oldest son.
That's it. That's me.
Chase, I am not going to tell everybody. If you watch this show, we covered Chase's graduation.
Put him on the back wall.
Hold on. Are you able to see when the first person puts the comment in by order?
Yes.
You are order.
It's prepped.
So if you want to Venmo for $100, you just have to tell me what school Chase Ault graduated from. Now, You would have saw it on this show.
Go ahead.
All you got to do is type it in the text.
Do it.
Let's go, my man.
Do it. Do it.
Who's going to be first? Anyways, Chase.
Oh, there it is.
Who is it?
William McLean.
Is it?
Yep.
Dude, he got it. Look at that.
man.
Rowan, you're almost there, buddy. Oh. Can you circle that? Hey, WM, look at this. People are getting it. WM McLean, if you could do me a favor and make sure that Josh has your Venmo, we'll send you $100.
Yeah, send it in the chat. 949-799-1831.
Yes.
If you're a member of the chat, 949-799-1831,
We'll get
just
connected.
put it in there. Only Josh sees it. We'll take your Venmo. We'll Venmo you $100. Chase, I want to bring you on the show because of course, obviously, I'm your dad. You're 21. You're going to be 22, right, in October?
Yes, in October.
There you go.
You like to forget.
I haven't forgot. No, never forget. Never. You are joining the real estate company, which is the private side of what I do. And you're going to come on as an analyst. And I had to recruit my son pretty hard because he wasn't coming. He got offers from other real estate companies, and I eventually gave up recruiting him, and then you decided to come anyways.
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
the takeaway closed.
Yeah, the takeaway closed.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
Brad would be proud of you, man.
He went boom, baby, boom. But Chase, I wondered if you could talk about your dad growing up, or the 100 episode. You've seen and been to New York many times with me.
Yep.
You've been all over the place. I wonder if you could give the audience your take about when you grew up, thinking about what I did for a living and what I was doing, because I always have been curious as to what you think I did for a living.
Well, I mean, the weirdest part for me was trying to tell any of my friends what you did for a living. I had no clue what to tell my friends. My dad works on Wall Street for whatever, until I was about 17 maybe, or 18, and I started to get an actual grasp of what you did when I really took an interest in it. I had no clue what to tell people. I said, oh, he's worked on Wall Street and, you know, he's in finance, or that's what he does. But all I knew was that you traveled all the time, and we would pick you up Wednesday nights at like 9 p.m. out of Long Beach, and then I wouldn't see you till the weekend, and that was it. It was like, he's in New York, he's on business, and that's that for a long time.
When you interned and you came to New York with me,
Yeah.
why don't you talk about your experience there? I wondered, did you think it was mellow, or did you think it was a lot of work, or do you think we were busy? Was it a constant? Because I'm trying to give people a sense of the kind of risk that I don't know if this is risk, but you know, obviously you're being my firstborn son. I have an older daughter who graduated and is in business herself.
Working
I'm just
for
curious.
Amazon.
What did you
Big
say?
time.
Yeah, working for Amazon, the Death Star. I was just curious as to what you thought of your time in New York with me.
I mean, it was a great time. It was definitely, I mean, we were up at 7 and out till 2 every day, constantly in meetings, whether it was just, you know, with Henry or whoever else was there. I mean, we got to go and have meetings with people like, you know, at Apollo, these huge firms, and meet people who I never even dreamed of meeting or had those kind of experiences. And that kind of culture and that atmosphere of being in New York and just on the go was something that I'd never experienced before, and it drew me in, you know? Other than it being about 110 degrees and 90% humidity, trying to hang out in the back of a cab from meeting to meeting, that part was god-awful, but the rest of it was incredible. I mean,
I
it's great
forgot
there.
that you went to that meeting with Apollo. That's true, didn't you?
Yeah. Mhm.
You went to a lot of meetings.
Every one of them.
You had a lot of
For the
people
whole-
there.
I mean, we went back and forth from New York, I think 8 times in about 6 weeks.
So Chase interned with me, and of course I have a place in New York, and so back then, and I have an office there too. I said, Chase, we're going to be back and forth in New York a lot, and he was exhausted with this idea. Here's his fat old dad saying, "Okay, we're leaving on a Monday. We'll be back on a Saturday," and he's like,
brutal.
"So we would come home for the weekend." He's like, "We're flying back again?" I'm
We
like,
would get back.
We went back and forth for what, 8 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was like,
And
was
the weather
toasted
was
out.
awful.
It
there.
was god awful.
When we would walk 2 blocks and you'd have a backpack on, and my entire back was just soaked. It was disgusting. Oh,
What did you think of the New York Stock Exchange?
that was incredible. The floor is really cool. You know, I wish I could have seen it back like in its heyday when
the
it
heyday,
was,
right.
you know, packed and everything like that. But the New York Stock Exchange is a really cool experience. Getting to see it from above, and all those decks, the people we got to meet, the people that are in charge of DPW. You know,
Oh yeah, that was great.
Alt Global.
Yeah, all global. Yeah, hey, it's all right. Hey, I'm curious because you were there with the founding of Alzheimer's. I don't know if people realize that I literally founded Alzheimer's with an idea. I was curious when you were there and we founded Alzheimer's, you know, and I said to you, hey, we're gonna raise money, we're gonna get these drugs and try to cure Alzheimer's. I was curious as to when you thought it was more real or not. Did you always think it was real? Did you think your dad was crazy? When I said to you, hey, it's gonna go public someday, do you think we were nuts?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that everybody that watches the show, it's literally called Risk On. I always thought it was real, but I know that you're like a visionary. You have these outlandish ideas that you somehow piece into the world by whether it's sheer will or other people's help as well. So of course I thought it was real, but you never know what's going to happen, especially with something like biotech, something that is so up in the air where, you know, one little piece of bad data can just throw it all the way off the tracks.
Sure.
You know, it's like what you're seeing with Biogen right now.
Right.
You know? And so I always thought it was real, but it wasn't until pretty recently, you know, pretty until I started interning with you, you know, a couple summers ago, that I got to see it really taking form and turning into a company, you know, and bringing Stefan on and bringing people on that were really, you know, influential in Alzheimer's. It didn't become very real to me until, you know, probably the past 2 years.
There's a lot of people on here who have a goal to start a business. I know Papa G, it wants to build some apartment buildings, and maybe he already has, but for those people out there, Chase, I talk about a lot of manifestation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm curious as to whether you could tell the audience about whether you're a believer in manifestation with me or not.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Literally, no. It is full on one of the biggest forces in my life, and I think it's single-handedly the greatest thing you've ever taught me, because it shows me how to get pretty much exactly what I want in life. Whether that, you know, something that's like I said before, entirely outlandish. Manifestation just gives you a way of really putting it out there and always believing that positivity with it, and it happens. You know, I've seen it right before my eyes, where I've watched you say, you know, years ago you found it all, and all of a sudden it went public. It's
all
real.
of a sudden, man.
It's
all
real.
of a sudden.
All of a sudden, 5 years later or whatever it is.
6
you
years.
know,
That's okay. All of a sudden.
Manifestation is a very, very real thing that, and I truthfully think it's the greatest lesson you've taught me, because it has allowed me to get here, you know, UCLA, all the things that I wanted.
I'm blown away that you say that, because I actually used to say to you all the time, dude, you have to know what you want.
Yeah.
You have to manifest it. It has to be in your bloodstream to make it happen.
It's the Jedi powers, man.
It is. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
No.
That's so funny. that whole thing about the orange droids you're looking for, Chase will tell you that Christy and I, when we got married, Chase was little. One day she said, your dad can just go, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And everyone goes, okay.
Yeah. I've seen it happen before my eyes. It's a crazy thing, man. It's really crazy, but I'm grateful for it.
Todd, can I rent your kid to talk about me?
I like that one from Zach.
Well, that's
hey,
nice.
This person says, good God, I can see Skyla, and Chase are cousins. That's true. That's
we
true.
do look pretty alike.
Yeah.
You guys are a lot alike. Yeah,
I know. We
for
look
sure.
pretty alike.
You guys should see my daughter, man. We all look alike. I mean, we're all.
Miranda looks so much like Christy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
it's crazy.
gosh.
Yeah.
Weird to think
Isn't
about.
that weird?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's exciting, though. 100th episode.
Yeah, Chase, I appreciate it, and I'm so excited that you're coming to work on the real estate side. Chase recently moved to Nevada.
Your mom did.
And I'll tell you, I never, ever thought in my lifetime that my son that went to UCLA, lived near Beverly Hills, had all those posh girlfriends and all that.
From the beach, the
stuff,
highlights.
and the beach and surfing, and better looking than me. And I was a good football player. I played pretty well. And I thought, okay, I'm a decent football player. Chase put me to shame, man. I mean, he was at Mater Dei. I mean, I think you lost like a total of 5 games your whole career, man.
Something like that.
Yeah,
we lost
crazy.
them all in Pop Warner too, and like
and
2
Pop
at Mater
Warner.
Dei.
That's awesome.
And now I went out and golfing with him. He shoots like a 74 or 76. I'm like, dude, how long have you been golfing? He's like, a year. I said, he says, I'm thinking about getting my card. I'm like, Chase, shut up. This is rude. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Chase, for joining us. I'm grateful to everyone. I just wanted you guys to see that I actually am a real human being with kids, and that this is my son, and I've been teaching him Risk On for a long time. And part of that Risk On part is you got to manifest what you want. And I see a lot of people saying they want to do something. Do you really want to do it? Chase knows that somehow we can manifest to get it done. Hey, I wanted to do business with Marshall Wilkinson a year ago. He's like, yeah, I'm too busy for you. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll have lunch with you. I might be able to fit you in on a and then I go like, I log on at like 2 a.m. Marshall's doing a seminar. I'm like, hey, dude, what the hell? You don't have a moment for me, but you got a moment to do stuff at 2 a.m. Because that's what Marshall does, right?
Hey, on the
Hard
video,
worker.
it said you said on that video that you guys replayed, he said, I want Marshall on the show. The next clip, he's on the show.
There you go,
Full time.
baby. There you go.
That manifestation.
All right, man. Chase, thank you so much.
Good to be here.
See ya.
You, Chase.
Nice.
What's next, my man? Gotta get on that agenda.
What are we doing now? Let's see.
We playing that? We gonna play that video?
We can do the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the video.
Let's roll the other one, Brett. So
this is Phil Mansour from Alba, Italy, welcoming you to another episode of Risk On.
What do we love about Risk On? It's got to be the jokes.
Want to hear one about pizza? Nah, it's too cheesy.
Very impressed with the show, Risk On. I love the panel. I love the commentary.
Yo, what up, Risk On? Happy 100. Naked Army representing.
yeah.
This is Hatchet, Marshall's homeboy.
Look at
Risk
LA
On is
Story,
by
baby.
far the
Look
best
at that.
show
He's got a
about real
Marshall
estate,
shirt on.
Finance and market news and crypto that I've ever seen. Good work, guys.
I'm a big guy too. My name's John
Awesome.
Frederick, and I'm a big fan of the Risk On show. I made a little bit of money following some of your tips.
What I like about Risk On,
Papa.
they support
Papa G.
and help the Naked Army, including Papa Gorilla.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Bombshell. Congratulations on reaching 100 episodes. Really enjoy the show. Appreciate the insights, the banter between you all, and look forward to many, many more episodes to come. Congratulations again.
Todd, Marshall, Jason, happy 100. And thank you for, through insanity, bringing sanity to the insanity that are these months.
The greatest show about risk. Risk On.
Dude, what's up with that?
Right?
Dude, that's incredible.
And we have more.
amazing.
They keep coming in. Everyone
more?
keeps sending more and more. So we're gonna wrap all that up and we'll release it out to everyone. It'll be fun.
Everyone, every single person who put a video up there is going to be invited to the Risk On conference. My treat. We're going to pay for your ticket, and
Yeah.
you're going to have a
Wow.
private dinner with us, Marshall, and the team. So that was very kind of you. We'll be looking for those. That's amazing.
Wow. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Did you just come up with that?
Well,
That was-
I knew I wanted to do something, but that
Yeah,
blows my
that's
mind.
huge.
Those
That's
people who just
crazy.
did that, Papa G, LA
Wow.
Story, all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys. You see McLean in there. He
Yep.
did like dude, this is crazy.
Bombshell.
Net Sky Limit.
Bombshell, dude. By the way, people don't know. Bombshell is Bombshell is an analyst, dude. He is a serious. The company he works for, he is a serious dude. And by the way, I made nothing but money with this guy.
Yeah,
Nothing but money with Bombshell. He should do his own little newsletter.
he should.
We chopped that up a little bit, so there's more in the full release. So it's good to be the king.
I know the
we
third was
cut
on
you off
there.
a little there, but we're gonna put it in the full video for sure.
Yeah, we'll I want accredited investor said I want a Marshall T-shirt. Yikes! Yikes!
That was cool.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes!
Amazing.
Wow, there we go, man. Wow, I'm overwhelmed. That is overwhelming, dude. We're 100 episodes into this, and I'm overwhelmed. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. My wife is pointing out that I did have Miranda on the show. Yeah, for a short period of time.
Yep.
This is I want you to know that I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm overwhelmed with the response. I am overwhelmed. I guess I can't say that enough. We're only 100 into this.
100.
What do we do for the audience, man? That's crazy. And wasn't that crazy? Did you see that stuff, Skyla?
Yeah, I love that. That was so great. That was so great.
That's insanity. I'm blown away. Jason, any stocks we need to cover before we go on here? I keep seeing stuff about Naked. Is something going on?
Oh, they filed a 6K last night. I didn't get to see it yet.
Oh, I didn't. Someone put in there Naked was at $1. I didn't see that.
No.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't see that at all.
I'm gonna catch up with that. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few stocks we can talk about. We can talk about the SQFT, POWW, TRCH. There's
I
plenty.
saw one thing I wanted to point out to you guys is I think Smith & Wesson had some great numbers, and that's kind of lifting a lot of stocks. I saw Torch did an offering. I don't exactly understand.
They raised $250 million.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Did Alt Global sell all of its naked shares but 200,000 in April? First of all, I don't comment on the naked trade. I told you that was something I couldn't comment on. And yes, we are long some naked though. That trade was not something that I'm able to talk about.
Yeah.
So I would read the filings. It's pretty clear what transpired there. What's up? You got Marshall. I wanted to spend a few moments with you because I know for you it is coming up on 5:15 back there. Of course, we're not even close to being done with the show today. I wondered, Marshall, if there's anything on your mind back from New York. You got to sit through in your. Are you actually in your condo in Trump Tower?
I am.
Got it.
Yes, I am.
What's it feel like for you to be back?
Well, I'm sorry. What I wanted to say was that you'd be surprised how packed the city is. How many people are back to work? What's the energy? I mean, really, it's like to me, it takes me back because I remember when it was a ghost town.
Hey, Marshall, we didn't get a chance to talk to you yesterday. What did you think about Miami? I don't know if you saw the show. I kind of thought Miami was a little crazy. People wanted to go out after we were done at 2 a.m, and we had to be somewhere at like 8 or 9. So I guess it just hadn't been in Miami in a while. When I left the Fontainebleau, it may have been like 1:30 in the morning, and it looked like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Wow. There was like, I can't describe how many people were in the lobby and the bar on a Sunday night. And Marshall, you seem to assimilate to that pretty well. I haven't been out there. I'm not a single guy like yourself. I was curious as to what you thought of Miami.
Well, Miami is just a good time, and it seems like everybody who comes there wants to have a good time. They've been cooped up all year, haven't been able to go out, so they come to visit Miami, and Miami has all the offerings you could possibly want. And I assimilate well in social environments, so I was enjoying myself. And a little sticky though. The thing about Miami, it's sticky, really humid, right? But
sure.
It was good.
What did you think of Mila, that restaurant? That was. I'm not going to get into what happened there because that was a weird event. But what did you think of the actual food in the place, Mila?
Oh, it was great. I mean, the food at Mila, I highly recommend it. If you're in Miami, go to Mila if you can get in.
Yeah.
If you get a seat, it's the best.
We had dinner with a congressman and a legislator, and they seemed to be able to get in pretty well. But the place was packed. And one thing I noticed is that I don't know that there's an unattractive girl in Miami.
Yeah.
I don't think they're allowed. I don't think unattractive girls are allowed in Miami.
Skylar, you were there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but notice that it was a fashion show.
Oh yeah, it was just flooded with beautiful people, like just flooded.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't emphasize enough how well Skylar did, by the way, dealing with her uncle in Miami who doesn't like stickiness.
No.
And that was a sticky experience for sure.
Yeah.
Skylar, why don't we bring in my man Randy?
All right, I'll go grab him.
Hey, while Randy's coming in, I just wanted to jump in and say that Curtis Lewa won the GOP primary for mayor here in New York City today.
Really?
Yeah.
Curtis Lee?
He won the GOP primary. So, that's if you guys don't know who he is, that's the founder of the Guardian Angels.
Really?
So
really?
Yeah. I just got the text. The text just came in.
So he won the GOP primary. So then he has to run off with who then? De Blasio?
Well, so now he's going to be the Republican candidate for mayor.
Against De Blasio? You can leave that open, Randy. You can leave it open.
No, it's not. It's not going to be against De Blasio. It's going to be against. It looks like right now the Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams looks like he's the favorite as we speak. He's a big real estate guy too, so should be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you think in terms of the potential for who would? I mean, what in your mind? Who's the leading candidate in your mind?
Well, I think I got to be honest. I think New Yorkers, even though Manhattan is a super majority liberal city, I think New York liberals are different than other liberals around the country, and I think that they want law and order back. They want normalcy back again. I think Curtis Lee was going to be a guy that they're going to be listening to in a meaningful way. But I will say this, and I mean I can't overstate it. New York is definitely coming back. I could feel it.
That's excellent. Hey, Randy Kepper is in the house. Those of you who watch the show know Randy from Risk on Sports. He gives us his commentary about sports, F1, Indy cars, what he likes, doesn't he like. But I've actually known Randy since the days your mom was around, Teresa,
God bless her.
The Italian, what?
God bless her.
God bless her. The Italian cook that she was. She,
amazing.
She cooked some great stuff.
She's been gone about 25 years, and my friends still talk about her food.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was meatballs or something.
Oh, yeah. Spaghetti meatballs, incredible.
Was it meatballs?
Incredible.
You're still a spaghetti meatball guy, right?
Yeah, I can't get it like that, but that's why I try to do the best I can.
It's not supposed to be a love fest about me, which is what it felt like it just turned into. But I do want to say to you, you've known me for a long time, I think upwards of 30 years.
Yeah.
And I told you 10 years ago when things went wrong, I said, someday I'm going to have you back. You're going to work with me again. And I'm curious as to how you got here, Randy.
How I got here again?
Yeah, how'd you get here again? I'm curious as to what you think about the risk I take and what you've been part of the last.
Right, and I had to assess that too. Do I want to, obviously things weren't so rosy before, and do I take another chance? But talking to some people here and seeing the trajectory you were on, yeah, I wanted to be a part of it. So I was kind of stuck in a rut. I liked working for Toshiba. They're a good company, but unless you're in upper management, you're not going to go anywhere there.
Sure.
So this is exciting to be a part of, and all the different aspects and the umbrella of companies here. Just proud to be a part of it, and congratulations to you and Jason on the 100th episode. I mean, you guys started all this Risk On show, so I'm just proud to be a little part of it, whatever I can contribute.
Do you have any memories of anything you think was Risk On in terms of what was going on you were part of, whether we were trying to start a business or whether we were doing things? I mean, I've known you for a long time. I'm curious if you have one memory or something you thought, hey, that was crazy, but it worked out, or...
Well, as well as I do. I worked with you so long ago in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. You were trying to spinning a lot of plates. Some things I didn't agree with. I told you. I know you didn't like probably at the time what that I didn't agree with some of the ideas. But as Gary said, I think you've stuck to it. You've risen from the ashes. I mean, you didn't ever give up. It's easy to give up. But the harder thing is to go push forward and have people believe in what you're doing, and bring, look at how many people believe in what you're doing now. Look at all the good people you have around you, surrounding you. Now the team you have, it's incredible. I respect all these people. I mean, they're highly intelligent, contribute greatly, and, the future's real bright.
Well, what's this Risk On for Randy? What's it say here?
Blaze Wheaton.
Blaze Wheaton. What does it say? 100?
This is a Risk On moment for Randy. Max Verstappen to beat Lewis this year. Put down 10 G's on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hope he does. I mean, he's not my favorite driver, but anybody who can take out Hamilton, I'm all for it.
You're just for anyone who can beat the dominating
even if I don't
winner.
like him, just do it.
Randy doesn't pull punches.
So, Randy, you moved to Vegas from California. How long have you lived in California?
Oh God, I was born in California, so I was there from when I was born in '63 to '68. And then in 68 to 70, my dad got transferred to Arizona for 2 years. We lived in Glendale. And then he got the job at Pabst Brewing Company. That was from 70 to 74. We were in Wisconsin, so we had a little bit of shuffling around. And then my mom and dad separated in 74. We came back out here to California, from 74 till I moved this year. So pretty much my whole life in California, really, except just a few years in Arizona and Wisconsin. But I love it here in Nevada. I'm so glad I came here, and I love it. I really do. I'm so happy here. I'm way happier here now, being here now in this situation, everything that's going on than I was a year ago. Let's say the outlook was bleak.
Hey, Randy, last night you went to the Knights game.
Oh God, you're gonna bring that up?
Why don't you walk us through what happened?
Well, I got a funny story to tell you. I got my boss from Toshiba that I used to work with text me, and I used to tell him I thought I was a jinx, and he told me he's got money on this. He bet on the Knights about 2 or 3 months ago to win it all, and so he knew I was at the game.
Oh God!
And he goes, "Do me a favor." He goes, "Don't go to Game 7," because he wants to win, and he's a gambler. He'd get along great with you, Jason. You got to meet this guy, Jeff, sometime. Jeff White is his name. He does a lot of risk on bets and stuff, and he goes in at the beginning of the season. He'll bet on the beginning of the year who's going to win a championship, and a lot of times he's right. He bet last year. He bet on KC and Tampa Bay to win it all in football, and they were both in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So he was going to lose no matter what. I think there was a little bit more money on if Tampa won, so he didn't care. He was going to win no matter what. But, it's funny how he told me don't go to Game 7. So, Jeff, if you're listening, I won't go.
Jeff needs to
Don't wanna
hedge.
jinx you. But, yeah, it was a bummer. I think the coach made a mistake by not leaving Lerner, let Lerner play the rest of the series. And, in fact, the rest of the playoffs, I mean, he's wider than Fleury. He doesn't leave any room to get there's no puck's going to get in on him, it looks like. And Fleury's just, I don't know what happened all of a sudden. It's just like he's allowing goal after goal and just, he's a good goalie, but now's not the time to take, Lerner out, I don't think. I think the coach made a mistake, but he made a good move the other day. I didn't agree with it, but then when Lerner only allowed 1 goal and they won, it really was a good move. It was a good risk-on move by the coach of the Knights, and I think he needs to revisit that, and he's going to have some decisions to make because tomorrow's Game 6. If they lose, they're done.
But they got to win tomorrow to get to a Game 7.
Yeah, and then tonight, Tampa Bay and the Islanders. Tampa Bay's up 3-2.
Yeah,
they can close it out tonight. So the Islanders have to win tonight. So both these series are knotted up or at 3-2. So Islanders with their back to the wall and Golden Knights too.
Hey, Randy, we appreciate your time. Give him a little pause there.
Yeah, for sure.
That was awesome.
Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, buddy.
All right.
What else you got on the Risk On roster?
Got a long roster
Yeah.
here.
We're deep here, man.
Got a deep roster. Some
got
people are gone on vacation.
Got a lot of utility players.
Some people are on vacation.
That's okay. Call the next.
Hey, Marshall, you got any topics you want to cover before we get to the next guest?
Did you guys see that new home sales dropped?
6%.
So what does that mean? Houses are too expensive, right? We've been beating that drum.
Well, yeah, but standing inventory is minuscule in a lot of regions too, though. Like in Las Vegas, there's no standing inventory.
It's crazy.
So it's tough to totally gauge that. But yeah, I'm with you.
Median sale price $374,400. That's a lot. Median.
Yeah.
So it's it'd be interesting to see how the real estate, the single family door real estate market pans out. And did you guys hear about Blackstone? They're getting into the single family business. We've talked about it, but they just acquired Home Partners of America for $6 billion. And Home Partners of America, they own single family homes, and what they do is they have these lease to own programs. So they'll put you in a house and you'll lease it, and there's a program, a lease to own. Anytime you want to buy it, you can buy it at an agreed upon price. And Blackstone just bought the company.
Speaking of home sales, that's a big thing. Mortgage applications actually down 1% week over week too. So that's I mean, we'll see what happens here. It's interesting for sure, but like you said, the wage gap is not even keeping up with inflation.
So new home sales being down would mean that the prices have accelerated too much?
Yeah, their inventory is lacking also for new home sales. Now, existing home sales is a different creature altogether. So,
how long is he on the call for? Huh.
What else we got here?
That's okay. That was all that was on the list, I think, today, right? Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, we're going to take a little bit of viewer questions real quick. I love that segment yesterday, and so let's get to them real quickly here. Josh, there's a lot of them here.
Yep, they're flying in.
Let's go. COVID migration, certainly home sales down. Josh, what's the first question you want to take?
MRIN. is ripping from Ravi.
Oh yeah, that's.
Do you want to look at it?
What
Take a
is
look
that
at
one? What is MRIN?
Let's take a look.
You guys got a lot of memories of these tickers, man.
Yeah, it's got news after hours. It's up 70%. It's a software, provides digital marketing software for search social e-commerce channels. Wow, 10 million float. Pretty wide range. Let's see what the news is. See if we can find out here.
Look, did you see this? Ammo is at 864 now.
Yeah, they landed a contract with the DoD. That was the news.
Good for
today.
them. Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we pull up the chart real quick. Can you bifurcate that chart?
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, maybe not. Right. Oh, there you go. That's today, right? Wow, the stock's doing really well. Let's look at the 5-day. I'm going to go year to date here. Yeah, this is just look. It's back getting near to $9, right? Great. You put up Orbit on the screen. OEG. What do you want to talk about with OEG?
OEG is a green tech play. I noticed some money rotation back into the green tech sector. Plug Power, also a couple of other tickers, SOL, SUNW. I just think this is an opportunity for a swing trade, possibly going long here, undervalued. A lot of recent contracts. Again, do your own research. Full disclosure, we are long in OEG.
Oh, we're
well,
long a lot of
for
stock.
Sure.
We own that stock. You pulled up Presidio. What the heck?
Yeah, square foot.
Why is it up so much in the aftermarket?
Let's take a look.
Wow. What's going on there? We are long a little square foot. We own the preferred, a little bit of a common, and we are definitely long square foot. SQFT.
Yeah, I don't see any news.
But it trades up 9% in the aftermarket?
We're getting multiple requests here to pop the bubbly and light the stogie, Marshall.
Nice.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I've been waiting.
What's Marshall been doing? What's Marshall been doing with that thing?
He's waiting. Are we
It's
popping
a
the
celebration,
bubbly
the
here?
100th episode, man.
Let me crack one here while we look up some stocks.
Oh, here we go.
Got a nice Padron out here for you guys, too.
What do you got here?
MRIN has a deal with Instacart ads, integrating into Instacart ads. That's the news after hours, since it's ripping. Yeah, it's bringing experience, helping advertisers optimize over $40 billion in digital advertising. Yeah, that's legit.
Oh.
Okay. SQFT. Let's take a look at SQFT. See if they got anything.
I don't see anything here. Let's go to the. Oh, he's popping. You gonna hit anybody? Don't break anything.
Hey!
Everyone okay there?
Look at Josh doing it.
Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Proxy filing.
Who filed the proxy?
SQFT.
Okay. Real estate informant. Who's that? No Silver Oak cab. Oh, dude.
What?
Real estate informant, Lance Smith.
Okay, because they know I love Silver Oak. Lance got me a bottle actually. I'm a Silver Oak guy, as you're right. But this is a champagne situation. Wow.
Here we go.
Hey, thank you. Whoa.
Congratulations.
We're gonna get
Thank you.
We're gonna get a YouTube strike on this?
Nah.
Oh.
I got a little whiskey.
Oh, he's got some whiskey. Look at that, Trump International. Hey, cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Cheers,
Roland.
Cheers, man. Congratulations.
Marshall, thank you,
guys.
everybody. There you go.
And thank you to all the viewers.
You guys rock,
incredible.
man. I'm some of these people who I want to meet them. I want to get to know them. This is great. Let's go to this chart real quick. This is Silver Sun. Everyone knows that Alt Global has a position in this company. It pulled back today after, actually didn't pull back much.
No.
Pulled back 23 cents. I think it was in the 9 range. And look at the end of the day, it ripped. I didn't buy any either.
No. Traded well today. Well,
Traded well today.
July 6th ex-divvy date, if I'm not mistaken, 60 cents given.
60-cent special dividend.
Yep.
Naked Brands, let's go to that real quick. Hanging out at 67. I have no idea what they're doing. Someone tell me. I can't, for the love of God, figure it out here.
I mean, we want to find out. But
did Amazon have a Prime Day?
Yeah.
When?
It was actually it ended yesterday.
Oh, Amazon had a Prime Day, and they were more muted than usual this year. That makes sense because I didn't even know they had a Prime Day.
Yeah,
That
not
tells you
not as hyped up as it was in the past.
right.
Just thought that was something. There's
New home sales fail.
Yep.
As Marshall talked about, 6% in May. Let's pull that up real quick. There you go. Marshall already gave his commentary there. Yellen says without debt limit hikes, U.S. could face August default.
Yeah, the big debt ceiling.
Do you think anyone actually believes this? Come on, we've heard this story before.
They do the same thing every time.
It's stupid.
11th hour. Oh, we've reached an
figured
agreement.
it out.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Kick it down
Camilla
the road.
Harris, this part.
Yeah, this is interesting.
This part's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go to the screen real quick. She is headed towards the border more than 90 days since becoming tapped to solve the problem. What was she waiting for?
I don't know. She's the border czar.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
She went
there.
to Central America,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Anyway, I thought this was interesting too. This is from back in 2009 cables regarding that lab. If you want to go to the screen real quick.
Is this true?
Yeah, it was a leaked cable between her and when she was Secretary of State, Clinton. She was conversing with France leaders, talking about that laboratory in Wuhan back in 2009.
Wow.
It's pretty
wow.
interesting.
I want to bring up TRCH, and then we will be done with some stocks today.
Torched.
This has been a topic of discussion for my man Marshall. I mean, let's go back.
Year to date.
Not Marshall, Jason.
Look at that.
This thing was a month ago under $1.
We were scooping it.
$1.50. I don't know that we can't make up our mind here. Runs to 10, back to 5. I mean, this isn't volatility. This is insanity.
Bradley would love this, dude.
Yeah, total insanity. Exactly. Hey, Roland's in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
Roland, what's rolling, man?
You know, living the dream. Congrats on the 100th episode.
Hey, Roland, I thought it would be fun to have you on because you were here before we started, and you're 24, right?
24.
So you're not. Are you considered? What's a millennial? What's the age of a millennial?
No, I'm on the. It's
you're
a
like Gen
strange-
Z, dude.
Yeah, I'm in the gray area.
Yeah.
I'm Gen Z, also millennial. So 96, 95 is the cutoff.
How long ago did you start investing?
When I was 18, first year of college.
Wow.
Yeah, I had about 200 shares of Torch way back in the day. I still have the message. Somebody said, "Hey, you should invest in this company." And back then that was a lot of money for me. And Riot and Mara, all those ones. So.
Yeah, man.
So before, where do you get? I want the viewers to hear. Where do you get? No, I'm not long Torch. To be clear, we don't own any Torch.
Right.
Where do you get your investment information? And I'm not talking about this show, but like where, because you were already in POWW when I met you, when you started dating Skyla. I was curious as to where you got your information.
Well, I was just thinking. I mean, Costco and Amazon were a huge play when the pandemic happened, and there was huge growth there. So I just did some brainstorming. What could be next? And then with the political climate, I had to think guns and ammo. And I read on StockTwits that if you were into guns and ammo, check out POW. And I got in at 355 and been holding since. So
you found POWW on StockTwits.
Yeah,
got it.
StockTwits, if you can sift through all the nonsense, once in a while you'll find a couple of quality ideas.
Yeah, it's a lot of garbage, but there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah. So
I'm curious, when you say you found it on StockTwits, what else have you found there that worked out for you?
Not a lot. I rarely go on there. I actually think I found it through Twitter that was linked to a StockTwits, so I'm pretty heavy on Twitter, searching things, stocks.
Right.
A lot of good info and a lot of good traders on Twitter.
You trade? When did you start trading options?
Options started last year, and it's been a rocky road. But December I had a huge gainer. I made some really, really good.
Are net are you up or not though?
Oh, I'm up.
What was that? Cleveland Cliffs?
No, Sangamo Therapeutics.
Gotcha.
Made a runner. You want to hear a horrible story?
Love to hear it.
Sure, let's hear a bad beat story.
Your risk
dumped
on moment.
$4,000 into some options expiring the next day. I got a little tip that Sangamo was running.
God.
And I got in at about 12, so noon, expiring the next day. And I had a meeting with the CEO of a very large corporation out in Texas. So I'm facilitating this meeting. I've got my dual monitors, and on the left hand, I've got my options, and then on the other right, I'm presenting to this, very prevalent person. And about halfway through the meeting at 12:30, I look over and I'm up $17,000, and I'm like freaking out, I'm supposed to be presenting, so I just close it all out, market sell. I made a very good gainer. It was about $13,000. If I would have held until another 15 minutes, I would have made 30 grand.
Wow.
And so it's like, but gains are gains. But that was a huge day for me. So that was fun. It's fun. I like it.
No, I've had those stories. I've definitely experienced that. I've experienced stock twits, good and bad. You get a couple. I won't say the word anymore. You get a couple detractors on there. You wonder if they have like 100 shares, or whatever, and where they have the time to be like spending all that time on it. But then there's a lot of people that are pretty smart that dig around and provide info and stuff like that. So,
That's
what's
true.
your experience with them? Do you like stock twits?
Me personally, I use it to gather intel on different topics, not necessarily.
But don't you think that it's kind of like with? I don't understand how to use Discord. I don't know how to understand how to even follow it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me in the order I'm reading it. I don't know. I guess I got to go through training on how to read Wall Street Bets. Like, I don't see who's saying what where. It's everywhere, and there's emojis everywhere, and
the memes and like the really clever ones that are all saying something behind the meaning of it.
And there's a picture of an ice cream. Hey, Marshall, do you know like what the picture of the ice cream cone means and all that other stuff that the guy from GameStop was putting up there?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
That was Ryan Cohen sending a message.
So he's like me. Marshall's like, I don't have a clue.
Macro is not in the weeds of the stock twitch, right?
No.
You got to remember everybody has an agenda, pretty much in life, but more hypersensitive on social media, more hypersensitive on stock twits, financial media. So you have to decipher through the imperfect information and then gather a little bit of pieces from everyone and then draw your own conclusions and decide whether or not, this idea might be worthwhile or not. For example, I'm looking at stock twits right now at a particular stock, and, I'm seeing different conversations about a certain stock here. Some of it is FUD, if you will. You do get the filings, though, from stocks. Also, you get to keep abreast of what's going on with the company. For example, this particular company it looks like they just hired a great employee. So you can get that information.
All global.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshall, we appreciate you stopping by, buddy. We just want to put a name with the face and ask you, what you used or what you find. Not Marshall. I mean, Roland. Sorry. What the hell's wrong with me? I mean, Roland, we just want to put a name with the face and ask you where you look for stocks. You seem to come up with a lot of ideas. You seem to be in them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not if you don't know very much about options, do a lot of research because you can lose a lot, and there's a lot of moving components and a lot of variables. So just do your research.
Stock options are not for the faint of heart. I happen to trade them, but I've traded them for a god awful.
Full disclosure, I'm next to the best option trader I know personally.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I do okay.
Yeah.
That actually is one of the rare things where I've learned that a long time ago.
Guy crushes it.
I learned from a very, very well-known guy, Kyle Rosen, who was a big hedge fund manager, who was an options guru, and I know 1/10 of what he knows, but he helped me, tremendously, for sure. I appreciate it, Marshall. Thank you. What's wrong with me, Roland? Thank you so much, buddy.
Always in the chat as well, Roland. Yeah.
Shout out to my man, Roland.
Skyla, let's get to some questions, viewer questions. We need to do that, and I think there's some good food here.
Shout out to his better half, by the way, that just sat down.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Roland. Had to do that.
How many children does Risk On team think they could beat in the what?
Tug of War.
Oh, he's got something
being
planned.
cute. He's being
no,
cute.
This is the third. He's got, probably some kids over there in New Hampshire that are like eating grass-fed bison.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he has
they're
some
like
kids.
pumping up, and he looks at us, some overweight has-beens.
Marshall, how long do we have you for today before you have to move on?
I'm with you, man. I'm committed to the show, dog.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys want to have some food?
Sure.
I mean,
hey, Skylar, can you pass it out?
Yes.
I like SoFi Leaps.
Oh, thank
Looks
you.
solid.
Yes. So SoFi trades crypto too?
Yeah.
I know that. Oh, I'll just put one of them here. That's fine.
We got 60 live watching. That's awesome.
That's incredible.
How long have we been going now?
No way.
Hour 20? 80, hour 20, right on the nose. There's a guy that I met here in Vegas. Check out his YouTube channel. His name's Pompsie, and on Instagram, Pompsie. This guy's a boss. He's got like 10 battery packs. This guy does 24-hour live streams on the Vegas Strip. He goes literally on the Vegas Strip down to Fremont, all around. He does reviews of hotels.
Are you ready?
Pompsy, he's a really, really good guy. Check him out.
Skylar, let's bring in our man Patrick.
All right.
Wow.
Patrick.
Andrea wants a cupcake.
Do we have napkins? We'll just have to make do. Andrea, give me that cupcake, she says.
You get any food, Patrick?
No, I'll eat after.
Get any food?
I have not. I'll have a cupcake
hungry?
in celebration afterwards.
I know, but are you hungry? No. I got food though. I know. I have some food. What'd you get, Chase? I got some Brussels sprouts. That was your.
I got a salad.
Whatever, man. All right, so we have Patrick in the house. Patrick is an analyst that works for Alt Alliance. Patrick, say hello to the audience.
Hey guys.
Let's Patrick, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself? You're a behind the scenes guy, but you've been around the block. You're also a basketball player.
Indeed.
And you went to a good school.
Indeed. So I sit on the other side of the wall here, and I manage the analysis and the basically investment process for all of our Regulation D investments. Like Todd said, I grew up in SoCal, played basketball for Todd's son's alma mater, Mater Dei. That took me to the University of Pennsylvania, where I played basketball for the Quakers for 2 years, and I attended the Wharton School of Business.
Wow. Fancy. Wharton School.
Donald J. Trump.
So, Patrick.
Are we live, by the way?
Oh, we're very live.
Oh, nice, nice. I've never been on live TV.
Patrick, well, this is live YouTube. Live TV.
Same thing.
So, Patrick, I'm just curious with the audience, since you handle the risk-on part of what I'm doing, where I come to you and say, I want to do this deal, take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
How many deals are you balancing at one time for me?
So on the hedge fund side, so if we're talking strictly like securities and or investments in public securities, I mean, we're handling like four active 13Ds and probably a handful, like 5 or 6 other potential targets. So that's just sort of on the hedge fund side. And then on the private side, we're looking at like 4 different real estate deals right now. And we're looking at, investments in sort of future tech and sort of different ancillary industries that aren't core to, I guess, our investment thesis.
Got it. What do you, what's been like the favorite thing you've ever invested in? Kind of a risky moment for you where either you personally did it or you put someone's capital on the line.
Risky.
I mean, risk on moment, not risky in a sense.
Yeah. Well, I did do a solidarity play with GME. I felt like I needed to help the Wall Street Bets retail crew. That wasn't risky. That was more of a solidarity play. I would say.
You mean you put money in?
I rode that trade. I played the GME trade.
You put on that trade for your personal PA?
For my personal P&L, yeah.
Wow.
But again, that was just in solidarity with the Wall Street Bet guys.
You like the stonk?
Yeah, I love the stonk. Makes sense.
What level are you still in it? What level did you do it at?
I got in when it was at about like, what was it? It was trading high. I got in at like in the 80s, 90s, and then I got out around 350. I couldn't. It gyrated a couple times. I forget when I got out. It was probably in early March.
Friggin' paper hands, dude.
I did have paper hands. Yeah. Couldn't.
It went from 80 to 350, and he has paper hands. How's that paper hands when you take a profit?
Listen, yeah, I had to take the profit. I don't have a huge personal P&L or balance sheet like Todd does.
Anyone that takes profit has paper hands.
So I was fine taking my profits. What was your second question? Oh, personally, I've invested in a couple websites, couple sort of e-commerce related websites, different products that friends have produced that I, had some conviction in. I would call that risky.
You know, I want to stop for a second because I'm pretty bad at this. And if that's happening, I'm sorry. This is, was this Dumpy Man TV?
Yeah, Duffy.
Dumpy. Does anybody actually understand the legal jargon in the stock filings? I'm reading it. Huh. You mean what a 13D is? A 13D, other than a 13G, is when you file and you own more than 4.99% of a company. And you file a D when you intend to influence management in some way or affect change at the company you're filing against. For example, Ault Global filed the 13D stating it had ownership of SSNT, which is Silversun. And we bought more than 4.9%, and we notified the market through that filing that we intended to do something, which could be a lot of different things. So if you're referring to the type of filing it is, I can help you there. The legal jargon inside, I understand it, and it's a requirement of the SEC, but I'm happy to answer questions. If you have any questions about 13Ds, McLean, question, how many times have you had to talk Todd off the ledge? What's a good story behind that? Have you had to talk me off the ledge?
I've never talked Todd off the ledge. My job is to gather as much factual information as I can, and then try not to opine on the investment too much, because I don't want to raid on Todd's parades too often. So I gather the information, and I try to make it as logical as possible, and then offer that to Todd, who then opines on whether or not it's a good investment decision.
Hey,
What do you-
go ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, Duppy, we'll have a breakout seminar on reading filings at the conference in October. I just wanted to, for those of you that want to be able to disseminate that information, we'll have a breakout where we'll discuss that stuff. If you guys want to attend that conference in October, I know a lot of you, because of the graciousness of Todd, are coming here, you know, and for those of you that want interest or interested in
All
that.
the videos they sent him.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, we'll have a. I'll hold a conference on, and actually Patrick too. We'll give a seminar.
Patrick's going to be there.
No, I know we're going to have a seminar on how to read these filings. So that'll be helpful, I think.
Absolutely.
And
Yep,
I
we're
think
eating on screen.
we had some plans on big business where we were going to kind of dive deeper on some of the, ways that you evaluate a company and a big risk on moments with, get sizing into them.
Why'd you decide to do it, et cetera?
Right.
Hey, Patrick, I wanted to ask you about, I should have asked this of Roland too. Damn. The influence of Wall Street bets and stuff like that. How are the stocks are affected in such a way now? This guy said pro answer, McLean. Stocks are infected in such a way by social media. What places do you go to look at social media? What websites do you go to figure out what the sentiment is? Where do you go? What do you look at?
So I tend to try to find different subreddits on different types of industries. Wall Street Bets is great. It's got a little loosey-goosey. There's not as much technical analysis on there as there used to be, in my opinion. So I try to sift through different subreddits. Personally, I like to find thought leaders from different industries through Twitter. I've got a list of, industry expertise and thought leaders that I follow on a daily basis. They provide really, really good content. They tend to not go into super in-depth diligence, but they give you really good ideas of trends and what to look for in terms of like emerging industries and emerging technologies and stuff like that.
Do you have a particular stock you're looking at? It doesn't have to be anything for me, but something you love that you tell the audience about. Obviously, they got to do their own homework, but is there some favorite thing you have that you like right now?
Putting me on the spot.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah. Nothing in particular. I tend not to trade on the daily. I like to take long positions. As far as industries go, I really like everything around e-commerce. I think that COVID and the lockdown and even the trends before that in terms of Amazon's e-commerce business I think those bode well for the future. I don't think that retail is going to come back to the same place it was prior to COVID. So anything that touches e-commerce, so
like a Shopify.
Shopify. I would even go so far as to say payment, like Square, Stripe, payment processors. Anything in that sort of e-commerce ecosystem.
Mhm.
Even distributors, large distributors.
Someone on here said that iHub was as good as it was Discord. Thoughts there? Use iHub at all? Anybody?
I'll check that out.
They used to be big. iHub used to be a big place to go. When did StockTwits get big?
Maybe 5 years ago.
They used to be a big deal back then. iHub covers some OTC stocks.
Yeah,
They
Yahoo,
let you-
Yahoo Finance used to be big too. That's about all they got left at Yahoo.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Jason with the burn.
Wow, that's a buzzkill.
It's like reading Harrington on Hold'em for poker tournament strategy. Like, if people evolve, like trading evolves, risk on evolves, lifestyles evolve. Like, you have to make sure that you're staying abreast of what other people are consuming, so you can adapt and adjust to their style and their new strategies. You always, especially when you're looking at in the sports betting and risk on gambling communities. You, especially in poker, where you're playing against another person, you always have to be aware of what they're learning.
Hey guys, so my man Patrick went to a college back east, and for $100 for the 100th episode, what school did Patrick go to?
Nice.
That's a good question. It was just recent. The first person to put it up there gets $100.
What do we got?
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get your money right. Get your money right. Let's go.
Where did Patrick Swayze go to school?
Come on.
I like that nickname.
Ooh, Patrick
Swayze.
Let's go. Come on.
I'm gonna be bummed if no one gets it.
Yes.
Who's
Does
got
that
it?
count? Patrick, that counts, right?
What does it say?
It's good to be
the
king.
name. It's the.
Oh yeah, you got it. Whoever said
the
it first.
blank.
Yeah.
It's good to be king.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that, right?
Who said it first though? Who said it first?
I think it was Patrick, the other Patrick.
No, it looked like McLean got it first.
Well, oh wait a minute. It's a bit of a trick question. We didn't say undergrad.
I didn't stipulate. Only under. It was only
It
undergrad.
was only undergrad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, who's
Because
the
it is a
winner?
grad
Who's
school. They do have a grad school
Dude,
program.
Patrick has Quaker, which means Penn Quakers.
Yeah, but McLean put. And did he get it last time?
Wharton
McLean?
S.
Wharton S.
Which.
They're technically both right.
Yeah,
they
but who got it first?
Well, McLean has
McLean.
Wharton first. Is he double dipping?
Did he win already?
That's twice now.
Dude, you have to reward good behavior. You can't penalize him because he won once already.
Oh, you're right. Okay, sorry.
Capitalism.
Wow.
Let's
Look at
go.
this, though.
Look at this coming out
Look at
here.
this though.
What?
He actually gave it back
Where? He gave the 100 back?
to Chase. He said,
What?
"Yeah, he did."
Why did he do that?
Wait, are you
He's
serious?
being kind. Yeah,
Chase
yeah,
doesn't need $100.
Well, did you see
Well, he
him play
probably
poker
wants it.
yesterday?
Yeah, I saw him playing poker.
I'm kidding, of course.
Patrick, you play any poker at all?
Little bit. Not since I've moved to
Wow.
Last night I went and played poker with Jason, my son. I played poker with Jason and my son, and boy, did I get whipped.
What the heck?
So we keep track of how many times we lose, and I was like, oh my God. But I did get those pocket pairs eventually. You were right.
Yeah, it was. We missed it by one, and then it came through.
Right.
But it pays
No, I won. I got, but 5 to 1.
5 to 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
No, it's
probably
not. You know
not.
it's
probably
not
not worth
It's
it.
not.
Jason, why don't you talk to everyone about those pocket pairs and how that works?
I mean, in math, according to in Hold'em, where you receive 2 cards in the game, you're supposed to receive a pocket pair once every 16 hands. So when it's Chase and Todd and myself, and we're calculating hands, we're up to 48 hands as the aggregate without getting a pocket pair. And we don't play that quote-unquote sucker bet because obviously it's about a 6% house advantage. But in a vacuum, based on the math, no offense to Andrew Yang, who got throttled in New York at the mayor. I heard he didn't do too well running for mayor. But anyway, the math said that it was probably plus EV to put a wager on that during the next few hands. So we put the sucker bet up, all 3 of us, just 1 unit. And at the second time around, Todd hit pocket jacks. So in a vacuum, you know, when we're tracking
But I
hands,
think I bet enough there where I probably just got like if I probably lost 4 and 1 once.
Right.
So I didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, so the break-even point wasn't. You would have to bet a little bit more.
So walk people through when you go up to play that Hold'em game. What is
Yeah.
it called?
That one's Heads Up Hold'em.
Heads Up Hold'em.
It's at a local casino. The other variant that's more popular is called Ultimate Texas Hold'em, UTH.
Why is that variant more popular?
It's the main difference is, well, it was licensed in all the major casinos,
Mhm.
and then Penn National Gaming has Heads Up Hold'em.
Right.
It's just a different vendor. But Heads Up Hold'em versus Ultimate Hold'em, the only two main differences is
Odds,
you
right?
can raise 4 times your bet in
Right.
Ultimate Texas Hold'em, whereas you can only bet 3 times. You can raise 3 times your bet in Heads Up Hold'em. And the only other major difference is they have a bonus bet for when you receive ace in a face and a pocket pair, and then they also have a bet where you get paid off if you take a bad beat. Where if you have a straight and you lose to a higher straight, or if you have a flush and you lose to a higher flush, or a full house and you lose to something better, you'll get a rebate that's oftentimes a little bit better than your initial wager. So that's kind of a different dynamic. However, if you look at the Wizard of Odds and a million hand sample, you'll see that Heads Up Hold'em is about a 0.2% less odds to the player, better odds to the house, versus the Ultimate Texas Hold'em game that you'll find in most of your popular casinos on the Strip and downtown. So
Ultimate's better odds?
Ultimate has slightly better odds. Of course, the best odds in the house. Anybody know the best odds in the house? You just don't go in.
Don't go in.
Oh.
Just don't go. Just stay home.
They smoked me last night. I mean, I got whipped. God, it was just something brutal, man. It was just.
You know what's crazy? One more thing about this. We play a lot of sessions. Todd and I, and now Chase will be joining in because luckily Chase has decided to join the team and come over here to Vegas. We're going to play some sessions, and so we'll have a day where we just have, you know, we make some great trades. We put on some nice trades. We get some nice yields. We take some profit. But we'll be so pissed off when we're at the Heads Up Hold'em game and we lose a bet for like $75. Todd, you should see it. I'm going to video it. You should see Todd's face. It looks like somebody kicked his dog when he has ace king and the dealer has like 7-4 of spades. And then the river's like a 4 of spades and Todd whiffs the entire board and he loses his bet. I have to video it. You guys got to see it.
Well, what he's referring to is like during the trading day, we could be up or plus or minus 200, 300 grand. I think yesterday we had a massive day because of SS&T. So we went to go play poker last night, and I'm down like $250.
Yeah.
And he was I was acting like the world had
ended.
It come to an end. And
it's awesome to watch.
Hey, do we have any more of those videos we can play?
I don't think so. We only have the 2 that we kind of prepped.
Oh, that was all of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we have more submissions that came in, but we're going to package that up and release it as another video.
Hey, what happened to Marshall?
He had a call that jumped in.
Oh,
so.
got it, for sure. Hey, this is the 100th episode of Risk On. We appreciate you being here. We are way over time.
We are.
We only gave away $200, and someone won it both times, the same person. Gambling with stock.
Do you want to give one more? Can we give away one more 100?
Yeah.
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
All right. This isn't tricky. It's just.
I really want to go through these questions. By the way.
All right.
Should we stay? Go ahead and do it. But I want to answer. Try to answer everyone's question.
One more chance for a hundo. All right, everyone, you ready? One more chance for a hundo.
We're queued
Okay.
up.
Starting hand in poker, Texas Hold'em. What has the better strength? What hand is better odds wise? Okay. You guys can answer quickly. The first one gets the 100. Okay. Ace king in your hand in the hole.
That's big
or
slick.
pocket deuces. Ace king or pocket deuces? Somebody tell me. Would you rather have ace king or pocket deuces?
By the way, that's a big slick ace king.
Yeah.
I usually lose on that hand. By the way, just so we're clear.
What do we got?
Ace king.
Ace king?
Ace king. No.
That
Jack?
person's saying it's the better hand.
Drunk Tehran is the winner.
What did he say?
Deuce deuce is better than ace king.
Why is that?
By 1%.
Oh, Jesus.
just is.
All right, you're at the margin, huh?
Yeah. No. Drunk Tehran is the winner.
So this is my
22?
best.
Yep.
This is this is the hand that I usually win at, right? And it's ace 9 suited. I don't know why.
It's just one of those hands.
Ace 9 suited works for me a lot. I win that with that hand.
Yep.
But I'll still play anything ace 9, even if it's unsuited.
Sure.
Give me ace king, big slick. I usually get my ass kicked.
Jack Jurotovich. I said pocket sevens. No,
You
no,
did.
that wasn't the question.
Deuce
Pocket
sevens.
sevens.
The question was pocket deuces or ace king. Which one was better?
Right. Drunk Tehran one. Doyle
Yeah.
Brunson's hand. Oh, that's right, buddy. That double trouble. I think that is Doyle Brunson.
Doyle Brunson is the 10 deuce.
Is this 10 deuce?
Yeah, 10 deuce.
It's 10 deuce?
Yeah, he won a couple of bracelets with it.
How do you win bracelets with 10 deuce?
It's good to be king. You want to talk about blackjack? We could talk about blackjack really, really in depth if you want to
Dude,
get an advantage.
This guy goes crazy. I
It's
mean,
good to be king. I'm not trolling you. You know I like you. We can.
Let me just say something. Jason and I play blackjack, and it's like something out of a movie. Jason is very good at it, and he. Can I say that online? I
Yeah, you
probably
can say
should.
it. Just say it. It's okay.
Jason is just aware of the environment.
Yeah.
And when we should press and when we shouldn't.
Yeah, for sure. That's
You know
a
what's
good way to
interesting
read it.
about you is that I've won more money with you, not on a double deck,
Yeah.
but on a 6-deck
The
shoot.
6 deck. So
And you can't count a 6-deck. No human being can.
yeah, you can. You can count.
You
that
can't
thing.
count a 6-deck.
Dude,
No
I can
human-
rip it down right now.
You can't count a 6-deck. No human can. But maybe you guys can. Maybe you can.
Trust me. When we start looking at,
Hey, Bruce, thanks for tuning in, buddy.
you can count it. You can count it. It's not illegal to count.
Bruce is an old friend.
The
He's,
casinos
you
don't
know,
want you to use your brain. You're just using your brain to get an advantage. They don't like that, so they only they only want losers in certain casinos. Whatever.
Hey, Patrick, what do you think of Las Vegas?
It ain't bad. It's been a little hot.
How's Tinder treating you?
The babes they're pretty out here.
Are they?
This is a pretty city. There's no doubt about it.
Do you ever wonder when you swipe left or right if they're actually wanting to date or they want to date?
The girls in Las Vegas make that very clear up front.
Do they?
They don't play the same the head games that you get in Southern California. They make it very clear up front what they're looking for.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a single guy in Nevada, in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
What's the single scene like here?
It's Strip or Summerlin. That's what I've found.
Yeah.
So Vegas is kind of like delineated in different neighborhoods. On the west and the east side is going to be Henderson. On the west side is Summerlin. And then the Strip sits in the middle. So the Strip is still Disneyland. That's where I have my most fun. But we like to go to concerts and sports bars up in Summerlin. Real cool, real nice area.
Hey, make sure that you get on our what is it? Is it our chat
community chat,
949-799-1831 949-799-1831.
What the heck?
What the heck, Papa?
Papa, what the heck you doing, man?
Papa.
I pay to someone who can tell what is the kind of. Papa, I had buffalo, bison. What'd you have? Chicken wings?
I had a chicken wing and I had a quesadilla chicken. Wow, Papa, you're crazy, man.
Papa,
Thank you.
Papa, wow, that's
$50 super chat.
wow.
Papa, you're coming here. Todd's personally taking care of your invite. He did that
That's
nice
right.
video.
Right. 949-799-1831 949-799-1831. Jerk chicken. That's funny. Todd and Jason, thanks for the 100th again. Hey, thank you guys. I'm a little beat, man.
He had jet lag. Is it jet
Yeah, I
lag
got a
or
little
jet lag?
jet lag.
Jet lag, right?
Jet lag.
Okay.
Hey, look at special thanks to Josh for the balloons, and I mean, really, actually, I can't. I don't really want to end it because I'm fascinated with. Anyways, I don't want to end it now. We got to get the joke from Skyla. We got to do a couple things, and then we will call it a day.
Gotta get our joke of the day.
Patrick, I appreciate you coming in, talking about working with me.
Of course, it's been a pleasure. I need to come in here more often.
No, I like working with you, man. You're a smart kid. You're a smart guy, and
You're a stand-up guy,
you're a stand-up
man.
guy,
I'm
and,
glad you're here.
I keep wanting him to bring the deck in. You know, go through a couple slides of. Yeah, those are beautiful.
He does
by
a
the way.
lot of decks, and
Dude,
he's
the-
a real analyst. You work
Yeah.
for some.
Yeah, it's
Let me tell you
You work
something.
for some real investment banks. Hey, Patrick, we thank you so much, buddy, and really thank you for being here, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna get for the conference. I'm gonna get Patrick to show everyone that's interested how to be a boss at Excel. He's the best Excel guy I've ever seen.
He is
Dude,
for
he's
sure.
ridiculous.
Hey, I want to tell you something, Patrick. Patrick, actually, can you rejoin us for a second? Can I? Do you have to go?
Nope.
Let me tell you something. Okay, there's an 8K filed on Alt Global.
Okay.
And we hired the president of Alt Alliance we hired a guy named Chris Wu. And for those of you who don't think we're serious about growing the business, Chris Wu is a 25-year investment banking animal. This guy is an animal to come on and work with the investment platform we have at Alt Alliance. He is going to be the president. He's the executive VP of Alt Global. He is a connected banker like someone I've seen out of JP Morgan, worked for Karl Marx, which is a great investment bank, worked for Tenejo as president, and he is now the president of Alt Alliance. The 8K is out there.
Yep.
And you have to ask yourself this question. If I were an investor, I would ask this question. Why would a successful 25-year banker that's president of a 1,000-man organization join me? Join us. Why would he?
Can I answer that?
Why would he?
What's the unstoppable one?
Can I answer that? Because we're doing big shit. We're doing a lot of big shit right now. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Chris Wu is a monster. We are so lucky to have him.
It sure took me a long time to recruit him.
Oh, I
man.
see.
This has been going on a long time, man.
Yeah, man.
In a galaxy far, far away.
He's on calls with you. He's so methodical
He is
and
methodical.
just like the guy is just a boss.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
For the next leg of the holding company that is Alt Global.
Yep. You fat
More to
fingered this?
come.
What is this?
What does
here?
that
More to
say?
come.
You fat fingered this. This was a misclick, right?
What? What?
This filing right here.
The AK.
What's it say?
That was a misclick.
What? What's it
Disposed of 6,000 shares, and then you bought them back, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that was.
You
You
it was
accidentally clicked.
I accidentally
you
went sell and I had to buy it back.
You know how Todd fat fingers stuff
Yeah,
when he he misclicked.
Yeah, I misclicked.
And
I
then
bought
he-
it back.
But you have to report all those things.
Well, yeah, there
you
it
gotta
is.
report it.
It's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Unfortunately,
That's funny.
You make mistakes. You accidentally buy and sell and stupid stuff. Whatever.
In the heat of the battle, sometimes you misclick.
Ding, ding, ding,
it
ding,
happens
ding,
in
ding.
online
Yeah,
poker too.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Misfire. Hey, I brought you back in, I thought, Patrick, because technically our man Chris Wu is going to be, you're going to be working with him.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. Like you said, really sharp dude, works in the distressed, he works a lot with distressed companies, so there's a lot of opportunity there.
Right.
Very, very excited to work with Chris.
Did you you came out of working at some distressed companies that like bought companies out of bankruptcy and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I worked most recently with B. Riley. I didn't work in the distressed group, but B. Riley had a really large distressed group that worked. I think they did the Sports Chalet deal. So Sports Chalet went bankrupt. B. Riley, which actually acquired Great American through a reverse merger. Great American is an asset disposition company.
Sure.
So it was kind of a hand-in-glove fit where B. Riley came in, liquidated, basically worked the deal to liquidate the company, and then Great American, another department within B. Riley, actually acted as the liquidator to the asset purchase. So have a little bit of experience in there, but Chris Wu, you know, like Todd said, he's been doing it for 20 years, and the guy's really, really sharp, knows what he's doing. So.
All right, my man Patrick, thank you for coming back.
Peter
Thanks,
Tambone, I'm sorry, Peter.
We
I
missed
missed your
that one.
super chat, $4.99. It's
Oh,
my
that sucks.
apologies, sir. Peter Tambone.
Patrick, thank you
very
again,
much.
buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.
There was a question here. I don't know if we're able to answer that one.
Will Alt Global ever start paying quarterly or monthly dividends?
Yeah, I can't comment on the financials of Alt Global yet. Not yet. Got to do the filings.
Yeah.
Miss Skyla is back in the house. Let's wait till she sits down.
She's got jokes.
Skyla, this is a strange show today, huh? What do you think about that?
That
a lot
was
of
a good
people
show.
on the show.
I mean, the third wants us to keep going. 24-hour network, he's saying.
Yeah, like CNN.
He's at the
Keep
gym
it
working
going.
out, so it's perfect timing for him.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we at right now in terms of how long we've been on?
1 hour and 49 minutes.
Uh oh. Look at Nick and Brett over there getting tired,
It's a
man.
marathon.
Yeah.
Skyla, I think it's time for the. Hold on a second.
A joke.
Perfect. The joke of the day.
All right. Why is the hot pepper the noisiest vegetable?
Wait, should we ask someone to answer this?
Why is the hot pepper the noisiest vegetable?
because it can't help but get jalapeno space.
Jalapeno space. Wow. That's pretty good.
I know you got a follow up. You got to have at least 2 for the 100 show.
You got another one, Skylar?
Wow,
look at that. Wait, don't move.
Quad.
Quad. We got quads on the board here.
Yeah.
Does that play a bonus?
Dude, is that a bonus?
That pays a bonus.
Face cards.
It's quad. So you got quad 9s or something, or whatever, quad aces with the 3 kicker.
Well, I mean, we would have quad aces with if you took me and you out. These 2 would be aces.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh,
Yeah.
Jason,
So-
what a nice guy.
Where's the Joker?
Give it to us, Skylar. What do you got?
What is Forrest Gump's Facebook password? Any guesses?
What is Forrest Gump's Facebook password?
1 Forrest 1.
One
Forrest 1.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good. Nice.
I love the new purple thing around here. I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, it's fun.
You did a good job.
You know what this reminds me of? And we've been there. The pepper mill.
What's that mean?
Well, give yourselves give
Dude,
a wide
give-
shot.
come on, man. Let's do it. Give a wide
hit
shot.
the wide shot. To give you guys some props here.
Dude, this is great. Hey, what's up, Gary?
There we go. There it is.
Why are you
There it
walking
is.
by?
Right there. Nick and Brett
You
do a
get in a Zoom.
magnificent
Oh, is he
job.
here?
Josh is well
we'll be
in the
done shortly. Tell him
studio.
to hang tight.
Amazing job to all of you for sure.
Oldest book.
Oh, oldest in the book.
Oldest in the
Oh, the 1 Forrest 1.
Oh, is it 1 Forrest 1
I
is
ne-
the old one?
I never heard that one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it either.
pretty
Hey,
good.
this is the 100th episode of Risk On. We are going to cut it. We appreciate it. It was not quite. I don't have the juice I wanted to have today.
Well, we're 2
about it.
hours deep.
What were we supposed to do today? What do you do with a 100 episode?
Make 100 more.
On that note,
I like
am
that.
pumped up because there will be 100 more episodes. Skylar will be here. We're going to change the format a little bit. We're going to get a little tighter. We got great graphics coming on. We're investing in the show. We have new guests, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much to Josh, our producer, Willie in the background somewhere up there in Canada, Nick, Brett, Marshall, thank you. Jason, especially. You've been on 100 episodes with me. No matter where I've been in the world, you are a true friend.
Made
You
it
are a
happen.
true friend, my friend. Hey, you guys take care. We love you, but be well.
Thank you, everybody.